Well, first off, I just want to thank Coach Bandstra for putting this platform together and allowing coaches to share some different. I've hopped on his YouTube page over the last couple of days and been able to pick up a couple of different things. I think, we're in a unique situation, obviously, but, for football coaches, as we often do, a bunch of us are out there adjusting to and overcoming the situation at hand. And so I'm thankful for, all of the great content that's been out there. It's been a week for sure. But I certainly appreciate everybody trying to find different platforms and trying to continue to learn and spread some knowledge through the game of football. So again, I want to thank Coach Bandstra. My name is Josh Runda. I'm the defensive coordinator at Bluffton University. Give you a little bit of my background and where I come from. A Bluffton grad myself. Had the opportunity to be a graduate assistant here and get my start into coaching. So I GA'd for 2 years here at Bluffton. I got an intern job at Ohio Wesleyan where I went and coached the defensive line for a season. From there, got an opportunity to go to Division II, the University of Indianapolis. Got to be a part of an undefeated season, national playoff team, really great learning experience under a great head coach and defensive coordinator over there. From UIndy, got my first full-time job at Wilmington College. Was there for a short stint. Got an opportunity to come back to my alma mater, which seemed like a job I couldn't turn down. Came here as a coach, and 3 weeks later, got what our head coach likes to call the quickest promotion in football, and was promoted to the defensive coordinator job, and certainly thankful for that. So when I got here, I wanted to change what they had done and what they've been doing defensively. Knew I wanted to base out of a 4-2-5, which is what we base out of here at Bluffton, but also wanted to dive into some of my safety defense. And so as I talk through some of this stuff today, for us, the biggest challenge with it is connecting our 4-2-5 stuff with our 3 high safety deal and our 3-man fronts. If you have questions, I'll put my contact information at the end of this thing. But just to give you a background, we're a 4-2-5, probably 60% of the snaps. We're a true 3 high safety defense, more so on 40% of the snaps. It goes week by week, just depending on who we're playing, the opponent, and what matchups we like. So I want to dive into who we are here at Bluffton and kind of our philosophy to give you an idea of the why to what we do. And our philosophy is simple. We want to make teams line up and drive the football field. We want to play fast. We want to play disciplined football. And our biggest job as coaches, and one of the most important things for me, is to make sure that we're putting our players in position to make plays. And I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm not athletic enough anymore to make any of those plays. So it's the players' jobs to make those plays. Us as coaches, all we can do is put them in the best position possible. So a little bit about our philosophy, the why. We like the 3 high stuff. I think it's easy to teach. It's easy for our guys to learn. It's certainly different in just the alignments and the uniqueness of what you can do with some of the run fits and just how you can align to some different formations. We can get into multiple fronts out of it, and we're going to be gap sound in it. And we're a plus quality defense. If they've got 5 blockers, we're going to make sure we've got 6 in the box. They've got 6. We're going to make sure that we have 7. Everybody's got a job. Everybody's got a gap. And as long as those guys do that and execute it, we should be in great shape on every given snap. So today, just give you a little bit of an idea of what I want to talk through in some of the film, and got a decent amount of clips here, so I'd like to get through some of that. But I just want to talk through defending 10 personnel out of the 3 high safety deal and how we defend some RPOs out of it, our 3-by-1 checks and what we do to true 3-by-1 open. We'll get into some 11 personnel, some attached tight end stuff, some Y-off deal, facing some gap schemes, some counter out of that, and what some of that stuff looks like. And then also defending some RPOs out of the 11 personnel. And if we have some time, we'll dive into some 20 personnel, some 2-back stuff, what we're keying, how we're fitting it, and coverage-wise, what we're doing to that. All right. Give you our base alignment to 10 personnel, 2x2, what we refer to as Dallas formation. Really, our base alignment to this has become a lot of the tight front stuff. So we'll line out of a 4-eye, 0, 4-eye front. We're going to stack the mic over top of the nose at 4 yards, heel depth. We apex our Sam and our Will linebacker. For us, our Sam is still he's really a nickel player to the field. And then with him traveling will always be our strong safety or our field side safety. Our boundary safety will always align to the boundary. He'll always be on the Will's side. Gap-wise, against 10 personnel, against the 2x2 open look, we refer to the Sam linebacker as a holder player. Same thing with the Will, and that's going to be dependent on where the mesh point comes. When the back is set to a certain side, obviously that's going to be declared. So as we're looking at this picture here, gap-wise, the mic is going to play A to A off of the nose. What tends to happen for us is the nose fall back and be that backside A-gap defender with the mic playing the front side A-gap to the zone fit. The 4-eye is going to play the B-gap. The other 4-eye is going to play the B-gap. And if the mesh point opens this way, which in this look to zone it would, the quarterback or the read man, what we would call the hold player, is going to be the Sam. We're going to add the Will in right now to be the C-gap defender. And then we're really going to take the star defender or our third high safety. We play him at 10 yards. He's going to be the C-gap to the read side, and he'll be the quarterback player. And I've got some clips of that. So said we wanted to be a +1 mentality. And as you look this thing up, the 3-1 box will scare you to death. I know it did me first time we called it. But post-snap, we're still getting 6 accounting for this run. And really, once the ball's given, we're going to fold a 7th player in with the Sam. So we're going to have the end, the nose, the end. Mike and the Will are going to be in this fit, and then the quarterback player is going to be the star. We're still 3-2 here to the true read side. And then backside, any action that we get off of this, I'm not concerned with, because, again, the mesh point's opening to this half of the football field. We're still 2 for 2 to the backside, but I'm yet to see a guy open, right, read one side, flip his hips, and throw the bubble to the backside. Once they do it, we'll make an adjustment off of that. All right, give you some of the alignments of our secondary. We're 6 to 6 yards inside shade with our corners. We're 10 yards off the football, and we're an outside shade with our safeties. To give you an idea of who we are coverage-wise, we're a base cover 2, cover 4 team, split field coverage. We check all of our 3x1s, but the base deal of our coverage is it goes off the alignment to the safety, and they're half of the field, and they're setting the coverage for their half of the football field. We get to that just by those guys asking themselves, by my alignment off of number 2, if number 1 runs a vertical route, could I get over the top of it? If the answer is yes, then we're going to play cover 2 read, where we're both reading off of number 2. If the answer is no, and they don't feel like they could give the help to the vertical threat, then we're going to make a nail call, puts us into a cover 4 deal. We'll get into where that helps us with the attached tight end here in a little bit. All right, so the 2x2, and here's a good look at zone read. Wide side of the field is going to be the left side. This would be a lucky call for us. So this is our Sam linebacker here to the wide side. The Mike, again, stacking the nose, and the Will linebacker in this picture, apex as well. Our star, again, will typically play at 10, and sometimes he'll cheat his alignment down to 9 or 8 yards, just depending on opponent. At the snap here, we get a pretty good look. Now, our end's not very good, and you'll see from the tight view, his alignment's not very good, which makes him not very good on this play. Everything else is what we want. The Sam here is the fold player right now because the opening away from him. He's not concerned on the bubble. Again, I haven't seen anybody that's going to open this way, read this guy, and throw the bubble backside. So we'll fold that Sam in right now to take away the C gap. The Will linebacker here is holding, all right, for the bubble, so we can stay 3/2 to the RPO to this side. And then you'll see from the tight view, the star rolling down. He's going to be that defender or playing the quarterback in this instance. Now, he folds here a little bit, and he's really just trying to make the end right. This isn't very good by the 4-eye. Again, if you take it back, his alignment's not very good. We'd like him to be inside shoulder pad of the tackle here. All right, but the star is just going to make him right to the backside. The nose taking the A gap here. Mike A to A off of. We've got the B gap taken care of. We're folding the Sam in right now, again, because of the mesh point. A good job here by 33, holding to be the read player here. Still help us 3-on-2, but we still get a true quarterback player to the RPO side. Good look there, and we get a TFL off of the 3-1 box. All right, another look at it here. So in this instance here, going to be a Ringo call. The Sam is set to the right side of the field. We're still apex, still playing our 4-eye 0, 4-eye front. All right, our third high safety, or what we call our star defender, sitting at 10 this game. The quarterback for these guys was not a big run threat. Back was the best running back in the conference. So you're going to see the Will here, who should really be the hold player, is folding in probably a little bit too soon, but gets himself in good position, and we're able to make the play. It's a good job here by the Sam linebacker. All right, as soon as he sees the mesh point, the back of the quarterback to him, we're no longer concerned on this. We're still 2 for 2 here, but the Sam can fold in, become the C-gap player right now. Star playing the running back inside out. Again, an in-game adjustment here because of who the running back was for these guys. But it's a good job, good picture. We force the football to cut all the way back. We're gap sound up front. The Mike playing A to A off of the nose. The end play gap. C gap is the Sam linebacker folding in. All right, ball winds all the way back. And we get a bunch of hats to the football. Said that we like this because we can play multiple fronts out of it. One of those fronts is what we call our shark front, where we're going to play a head up 4. We're going to do shade, and we're going to play a 3. This was an adjustment for us against this team because their tackles didn't move exceptionally well. So we felt like if we stuck our end away from the running back side into a 4 technique and put him on some movement to the inside gap, we were still going to get our variation of the 4-eye, but just a little bit of a different look, giving that tackle now some movement to deal with. Gap-wise, everything's really going to remain the same here because the end's still going to take care of the B, the nose playing the A gap. The opposite A now declared for the Mike. The B gap taken away by the 3 technique here backside. You still get a hold and fold player. All right. Now, the variation of power here. So you're going to see the star going with the puller to go fit this deal with the Mike. The puller gets rubbed off by the 4 technique movement. You'll get a better look at it from the tight view. But the Will still here to hold for the read side. Again, we're 3-on-2 to the RPO side. We feel like we're in good shape there. The movement here, as you'll see, gives the tackle some trouble, and our end actually ends up disrupting the puller and making the play. Disrupts the pull, all right, still makes the play inside. But had he not, and had he just taken the B gap, had this puller gotten all the way around, then that pull's just going to be fit with the Mike on the inside shoulder pad. We're a spill fit team, and the star going to fit over the top and become the tackler. Again, not worried so much this game with the threat of the quarterback running. So a pretty good picture there against some 10 personnel gap scheme deal. All right, getting gap scheme again out of the 10 personnel deal. Nice job here by the Sam. Again, sees the mesh point opposite, sees the back of the quarterback to him. He knows he can trigger right now. We're in that 4-eye 0, 4-eye front. All right, the star fitting inside out's in good shape. The guard here now's got a decision to make on who he's going to take as he wraps around. He leaves the Sam free. That's fine. The Sam folds in, becomes the tackler to the mesh point, to the read side. The hold player here is the Will. He's holding for it here, getting a little stick route here by 2. We're in great shape on that. We're still 3 for 2 to the side. We're still an extra hat in the box and able to make the play. It's a good picture here. You see the star tracking the inside hip. All right, Sam folding in. Again, at 53, doesn't want to kick him out. And then Sam linebacker just going to become the tackler on this deal. End up in good shape. +1 to the box. All right. Coverage-wise is where it gets a little bit interesting for us. And again, this goes back to our principle of we really base out of a 4-2-5 defense, and we sub-package out of the 3-high safety deal. So week by week, it's a game mentality for us as far as what we want to do with the star. Against this team, we were getting a lot of under-dig route concept. Felt good about our Mike linebacker. Getting inside and covering the dig. Didn't feel as good about our outside linebackers running with the over route. So we just made the Sam, in this instance, roster eliminator. And again, this can be a week-by-week basis. We do have some coverages built in where we'll account that guy. But a lot of times we're going to take something away that they do well. And in this instance, he's just going to take away the crossing route. It's a great job there. It allows our Mike to drop inside of the dig or the post here. He's in great shape. I think by hitting the middle of the field with the star, we're giving the quarterback a difficult read here because he's seen white jersey across his face. He thinks that the post is going to be open, right? And now we've got the Mike linebacker sitting in it, okay? Backside, because we're getting the under route by 2, the field side safety is going to climb to the post. Great job by him. This kid's in great shape, all right? Our Mike linebacker can't catch. Unfortunately, I coach those guys, so that's on me. All right, but a good look there against the 2x2, and a good job by the star taking away the under route. We get the push call to the Sam up top to take the back as far as that becoming the new number 3, and we end up in good shape coverage-wise. We put players in position to make plays. Players got to make them. All right, going again, 2x2 look here. We can add that star on. All right, so in this instance, we're just adding the star into the blitz. Again, nothing needs to change now coverage because we already base out of a 4-man front. So we can play all of our normal coverage rules. We get some extra pressure here added on by the star, end up in great shape, get all of our routes covered down, and we end up in good shape. We try not to overcoach it, and we do have a couple of blitzes that are designated, but on third and long situations, we're just going to send the star. He's going to take the path of least resistance to the quarterback, going to allow that guy to be a football player and just go make a play. And for us, that third high safety, because we count him as a true run fitter in what we're doing, he's just a really good football player. Got to have a nose for the football. Overly difficult position to coach. We try not to overcoach it. This year, that kid was a freshman from Georgia for us, and he finished the season with 67 tackles, only playing 40% of the snaps. So it's an easy position to teach, an easy position to learn, and we use him primarily as that run-stopping defender. Our buzz coverage out of this, so our buzz coverage is a 4 under, 4 deep deal. So there are some variations coverage-wise that we've added to our 3 high safety deal. Buzz for us, we're going to play a curl flat, a hook curl, a curl flat underneath, true 4 under, 4 deep principles here. We like to take our will and what we call buzz him to the flat right now, play him flat. He's going to be the flat ways. We'll drop the star down to become the hook curl. We'll push the Mike to the hook curl to the field. The Sam linebacker is going to be the curl flat defender, and then we're going to play cover 4 over the top. This has been a pretty good coverage for us. Anytime you're dropping 8, it's a lot of jerseys back there in coverage. Just got to make sure that we can get pressure with 3, which we felt good about. It's a good drop. Mike, they throw the quick underneath route. We're in pretty good shape. He's got a good 45-degree angle, push him to the hook curl, sees the ball out, and is able to make the play in space. All right. This coverage has been good, especially teams that like to attack the boundary side. They want to throw a quick game. They want to throw slant, hitches. Because we're taking that will and what we're doing, what we just call a buzz technique, where he's just going to run straight to the flat and get his eyes back. A lot of times the quarterback's not expecting the underneath defender here to get out as quick as. Great job here by the Will, getting himself underneath one. A really good picture at 4 under, 4 deep here. We're at the top of the numbers with the Sam, the Mike right on the hash, the Star right on the hash, and then that Will linebacker right at the top of the numbers. Quarterback doesn't see it on the sprint out, throws the ball right in our chest. End up making the interception. All right. It's been a good coverage to us down in the red zone as well. Dropping 8. The field's condensed, obviously, down in the red zone. It's a lot of jerseys and taking away a lot of windows when we play this coverage. We can add a press concept to it with our corners. If we want to make it look more like we'll press the corners up, we'll press the Sam up on 2, make it look like a man coverage, and then bail out. But it's a good job here. We're in good shape. Got everything covered up. Our nose does a great job when we're only rushing 3, and you'll get a good picture from this from the tight. We refer to that nose as a chin rusher, and we don't need them to be ultra aggressive. We'll push the pocket with the ends here. We just want that nose to be a chin rusher, and he's just rushing the chin of the quarterback. 55 doing a great job here of rushing the chin on one of the more athletic quarterbacks in our conference. Doesn't try and get too far upfield and ends up making the sack. Again, more so of a coverage sack than anything else, but a good job there by 55. All right, 10 personnel and defending true 3-by-1 open, and we'll get into some variations again out of the 11 personnel here in a little bit, but wanted to give you some of the stuff that we're doing to 3-by-1 open. This would be our base alignment. Now we're going to take the Star, walk him really to the edge of the box here. But again, for our guys, they know majority of the time we're not counting the Star in the coverage. We're going to play our normal 3-by-1 checks that we would out of our 4-2-5, and we're gaining something with the Star. Whether, again, that's a game plan by week. You can get pretty creative when you do some of this stuff. So our first 3-by-1 check that we'll go into is our mini. Some guys refer to this as 2-3 match. We call it mini cut. I like to teach this if you're a basketball guy as a box and 1 defense, where we're going to play man coverage on number 1. We got one guy playing man coverage. Everybody else is playing zone. And we're still playing true cover 2 read style to the number 2 and the number 3 to the wide side of the field. But where I think we're a little bit different in what we do is, rather than aligning that Sam linebacker or that nickel player outside of number 2 right now, we're going to post snap that guy. And we just teach it as a shuffle funnel technique, where we want him to shuffle outside of 2, open himself up, and still get his eyes back to the new number 2 or the original number 3, because that's who we're reading off of. If we get the quick out, he's still got to drive that with the strong safety or the field side safety being over top of the new number 1. Original number 2 out of this picture here. We would like the strong safety to still start with his normal alignment outside of number 2, and then post snap, again, we want him to shuffle inside. And for us, it's about giving the quarterback the same look. We don't want anything to change for him. We want everything to be normal, and then we want everything to be post snap. This lean call is a very many for us, where we're going to push the boundary side safety to the field side. We'll do this against teams that they've got a good receiver here at the 3 hole, or they've got a good receiver here at the 2 spot, where we don't feel great about the Sam linebacker maybe carrying number 2 on the vertical all by himself. If we were to get vert by 2 and 3, just going to push the boundary safety, and we'll give a little bit of extra help there. Now the strong safety knows that he can really lean on number 2, knowing that he's got help on the number 3 vertical. The Sam then just becomes a true funnel player, pushing the football to the strong safety. We'll play a press bail look here backside, just playing a loose man concept with the corner on the backside. When we play mini, really treat it like hot coverage. We're going to push some width, and we're going to read the eyes of the quarterback, because we're still really only 2 underneath. We're going to treat that like a hot coverage. Those guys are going to be on a string, working back and forth underneath, trying to read eyes of the quarterback, give help on any quick throw to number 3. We can take the Star now, and because he's an extra drop defender, a lot of times we're going to rob him inside of number 3 and really just try and replace the Sam linebacker in this deal here. When we do that, we'll just make sure that we're setting the front in a way that makes the star the C-gap defender. Another variation of what we can do with mini would just be a hard concept or really like a cloud concept now. Everything to the field side going to remain the same. We're still playing that box and one style defense here to the three receiver side where the corners a man on one. We're playing read or cover two to 2 and 3. Now backside, if they're putting their guy in the single receiver side, and we want to play some games here on the backside of it, then we can press the corner up and we can play a hard aggressive cover one. If he gets run action to him, then we'll fit that corner now into the C-gap run fit, knowing free safety going over the top and helping on the vertical route by number one. But we want that corner to be nice and aggressive on the snap, making it difficult for number one to get off the football. And then another variation of that mini style coverage. Again, everything to the field side going to stay the same. Now we're going to play more of a robber concept, almost like a sky deal here to the back. We're going to rob underneath, try and take away any slant, quick game with the boundary safety. We're going to press bail the corner. And again, trying to give the quarterback multiple looks, but not changing the job of too many people so that we feel like we can still execute at a high rate. Everything here, again, to the field side is going to remain the same. So here's the first look at mini. Again, we want that Sam linebacker, his normal alignment off of number 2, which is 2 yards inside of number 2. The safety, again, we like his alignment and everything to look the same. And then we'll get post-snap into what we want to get to here with the mini deal. So you see the Sam starting to work out. He's being a little bit nosy here in mesh point, but he should be triggering, taking away the bubble here with the safety over top of the new number 2. The corner up top playing man. He's got the option to play a press man or a loose man concept on number 1. Backside here, we've got a hard concept, boundary safety giving help to the corner. Got everything else. And again, this goes back to our rules early on with the star defender being the quarterback player. So you'll get a good look at the tight view of this. We get everything we want. We get the football in the hands of the guy that we want it. Unfortunately, our guy stops his feet here and isn't able to make the play, but we put him in position to make it. Now he just got to make that tackle. It's a good look here. They've got 5. We need to have 6. Now, because it's 3-by-1 and the will linebacker's in the box, just depending on the front, and in this instance, we're putting that in and we're diving them into the B gap. So the will now knows gap exchange. I become the C gap defender. The nose, Mike to Mike, A gap with the nose, B gap defender with the end. And then that star is going to fit to the mesh point side, taking away the quarterback on the pool here. Get everything we want. Really good picture. Just got to keep his feet. You got to keep going. Stops his feet here. Not a good position to be in. Got to still be aggressive on this thing. Keep our feet going and make that play. All right. This is empty, but it's a really good picture of our mini coverage and everything that we want out of the Sam and out of the strong safety as far as the post-snap shuffle. It's a really good picture. The thing we really like about mini is against empty, we can keep everything the same. We can play mini to the 3 receiver side, and we can still play read, or we can play cover 4 here to the backside, depending on what the safety wants to put us in. And nothing has to change as far as our rules go. So we get a good look here at the post-snap shuffle. Here's the shuffle funnel by the Sam. He's now reading off of 2. If 2 presses vertical, he knows that he's got to get eyes back to 1. The strong safety get himself back to the outside shoulder pad of his new number 2, which he does. He's getting help here from the mic or the hot dropper underneath. Gets himself to a good position, staying over the top. Run the in cut here with number 2. That becomes the Sam, who's really becoming our corner in this coverage. And the corner up top, just in man coverage all by himself on number 1. So we get a really good look here at what mini should look like post-snap. Shuffling out and shuffling in with the safety. It's a good job with the funnel technique. Just got to stick his foot, drive that route. Right now, this will carry to like it does, and we end up in pretty good shape out of the mini deal. And again, we like this to empty just because we can keep everything to the backside. We can stay normal here. All right, going back to true traditional 3x1 now with the mini. Again, good job here by, he's a hair early on his shuffle, but getting himself to a good shuffle funnel technique. Reading off of the new number 2. We're playing loose man here with the corner, but he's still got number 1 man-to-man. We're getting that lean call here from the boundary safety, so he's pressing to the number 3. The Sam now knows that he's got help over the top on number 2 if he presses on the vertical from the strong side safety. And then backside, we're going to be in a loose man concept here with the corner. Back goes, we go here with the will. And the star really just becoming an extra middle of the field, read the eyes of the quarterback defender for us. Unless we call him into the coverage, he's going to drop middle hole and he's going to read eyes and just become an extra set of eyes in the middle of the football field for us. Loose contain here. Down. 3rd and 13. As long as he doesn't get 13 yards, we're in good shape. All right, another look at mini. Corner's probably pressing up just a hair too soon here. Good shuffle funnel technique here by the Sam. He's driving just like the corner would on number 2 on the stop. Boundary safety here is on a lean call. So he's pushing to number 3. We're in loose man concept to number 1 to the boundary. Getting good shape. Now this is a deal here where we added the star on, but it doesn't change the coverage for us again because we're used to playing 4 hands down. All that does when we add the stars, it just becomes our 4 hands down stuff. So we're not worried. We're just losing him as really that middle hole, read eyes of the quarterback defender. But we've got everything else we want. We end up in good shape. Good throw here by the quarterback. Guy's out of bounds. Called incomplete. All right. By one variation for us is what we call skate coverage. Skate for us is going to change the drop of the strong safety. And we call it skate because we teach that field side safety to just skate and mirror the release of number 2. So with this deal, if 2 were to run an out, it's really just going to become true cover 2 for us, where that strong side safety is going to skate himself over the top of number 1. If 2 presses vertical, then the safety is on the vert. And if 2 goes away right now, then that's going to skate me over the top of number 3, and I'm going to help on number 3. Skate, we really like if we feel good that our Mike linebacker can run with number 3. The nice thing about the 3 high safety deal is if you're not comfortable with your Mike running with the 3 on the vertical, then we can just replace that drop with the star, which is, again, an in-game adjustment or a game plan adjustment for us, where we'll take the star now as the number 3 vertical defender. We'll still play the skate concept here off of number 2 with the strong safety. The back safety now can still give a harder easy call, which is the same as that mini style coverage for us, where we can play the hard aggressive cover 1, or we can play the robber technique underneath. The will linebacker out of this look is just what we declare as a first crosser. He's taking the first crosser into what's really declared as the man side here to the single receiver side. We would declare this as the man concept side. So if the back swings, the will's going to go right now. And then same thing, just like we have that variation out of mini, we can have the same variation here with an easy call with skate. Again, it's really just changing the rules for the safety. It's still really cover 2 principle for the Sam and the corner to that side. The Mike is now the 3 vertical carry. Unless you want to put a better dropper on that guy, you can take the star and, again, fit him as the number 3 vertical carry. Keep your Mike and your will in your box and protect guys that maybe aren't as good of a dropper as what the star might be. All right, so here's what skate would look like. And in this instance here, we got the easy call from the boundary safety. So we know that we're going to gain the boundary safety in the fit. This week in particular, we put the star on the 3 vertical when we were playing skate. By doing that, we knew that we had to make the boundary safety or the corner to the boundary into the run fit so we could still be a +1 box. The boundary safety here does a great job playing off of it, ends up making the play. Was a really good football player for us. First team all-conference guy, 3rd team all-region, and was our leading tackler. A great fit here, playing downhill, playing physical. We take 3 away again with the star, and we're able to play that skate-style coverage here to the 3 receiver side. We still get 6 in the box just like we wanted with the +1 mentality to 3x1 here. Again, we're a spill fit team, so any pull we get, we're going to try and spill, try and make the ball go east and west as long as possible. So you see the end here, spilling the first puller, spilling the second there with the linebacker. The boundary safety knows that he's the tackler in this picture because of the easy call. All right, skate again. Sorry, this one starts a little bit late. Now, on this deal here, we weren't fitting the star as the number 3 drop, so he's playing in the run fit still. It's a good job here tracking the hip, spilling all pullers. We spill that football outside. Again, our 6th defender out of this deal here, the star playing over the top, able to chase that thing down and make the play. Good look here off of the, we're pressed up here with the corner, still playing the skate style coverage to the 3 receiver side. So skating the release of number 2 with the strong side safety. Here we get an easy call from the boundary safety. So we're going to get a press bail look here from the corner. The safety's rolling down. He would take away any quick game. Now in this instance, he's still becoming the C-gap defender, helping us out here. Really nice job. A little out of control, but ends up making the play. Again, game plan here, we took the star, we put him as a 3 vertical carry, trying to protect our Mike, who wasn't a great 3 vertical carry dropper. Getting everything else we want, adding the boundary safety into the fit, and he's going to take away the C gap. So the end here, fitting the B gap, Will fitting the A to that side, boundary safety, the roll down, becoming that C gap defender. All right, 3x1 here. Coverage, which is man under 2 deep. When we play man under 2 deep with this deal, we'll just stick the star on the 3 vertical. Sam's got number 2, corner's got number 1, bailing the strong safety and the boundary safety. Deep is the deepest. Rat in the back with the Mike and the Will. Here the back goes, so the Will's going to go. Mike's sitting middle hole, becoming the rat player, and just playing man under 2 deep. Now, the fear of man under 2 deep, obviously, is the quarterback. Everybody's got their back to the quarterback. The nice part about this is with a 3 high safety deal is we can attach that Mike linebacker to spy the quarterback, which is what we get here. We get them down on 3rd and 11. All right, moving to 11 personnel now. Same principle is going to apply. We still want to be a +1 box mentality. Now, we get that +1 going back again to our alignment of our safeties and then with their coverage calls. So anytime they attach a tight end, right, the alignment of that safety is more than likely going to take him away from feeling like he can help on the vertical threat here by number 1. As soon as he makes that nail call or cover 4 call for us, we're reading off of the number 2, which in this instance is going to be the tight end. As soon as that guy blocks, we're adding the boundary safety into the fit. So in this picture, the guys that would be accounting for the run game are going to be our end, our nose, our end, Mike and Will. The star is still a run-first player for us, so he's our 6th. Then we're adding that 7th fit guy with the boundary safety as far as that goes. Really treat the star like an extension of our linebackers here. So we tell those guys, whoever gets run action to them, is really becoming our 4th D lineman, or really our 3 technique. The star's just essentially replacing that guy. He's becoming an extra linebacker, and we're still fitting everything up like we normally would. All right, so when we get a true tight end on the football, we're going to play a 5-0-5 front. Mike and Will are going to read their guards. We keep it very, very simple. If they get stepped down, they're going to go out. If they get stepped out, they're going to go in. If they get pulled, we scrape with it. All right, again, the nail call here puts us in a cover 4 safety. All right, the star is really reading guard, center, guard. If he gets pulled, he's going to go play to the puller. All right, and again, these are just the rules for those 2 in the box linebackers: pull away, scrape, pull to, spill. All right, so take a look at some 11 personnel. You're getting the Y off here. For us, we treat it just like if he was Y on. Getting split zone action here. Okay, as soon as the Y off goes across, that's going to pull our boundary safety down into the fit, becoming our 7th box defender. We need 7 to fit 6. Everything's really good here. The only thing is our end that's getting the split zone should be a spill player here. He ends up boxing this thing or corking it. The star makes the adjustment and plays off of it, but he should still really be the free defender. And you get a good look at this from the tight. Boundary safety will take away the C gap. End here is taking away the B gap. The Will has got the A gap, and we're in good shape to the backside. Okay, they're adding the extra run blocker to the front side now. So our star's got to go. Okay, we're getting a good fit here by the Mike, who's reading off of his guard. His guard steps down. He's going to go out. Tackle comes down. We got to squeeze this thing a little bit harder. And as this Y comes across, we really want to spill this outside to the outside fit man, which would be the star defender. But the star makes a nice adjustment here off of the end's cork, opens it wide up. And offensively, now you don't have anybody to account for that 3rd high safety rolling down into the box. He becomes a player. We'll take a look at this one from the tight. Same formation here with the Y off. Boundary safety's got his eyes to him. He can make a lock call on the backside where now he's going to lock himself up out of the cover 4 principle deal, where he's just going to take the Y off man cover. So as this guy out route, we lose the boundary safety to the fit, but that's fine because now they've only got 5 blockers. We've still got 6 in the box. Here the Mike reads that he gets stepped down first, so he goes out. That's fine. We'll play off of that with the star defender. We've got the true 5-0-5 front. So the end here will be the read player, be the quarterback player here, taking away the B gap with the Will. Nose taking away one of the A gaps. The star's going to fit off of that with the Mike taking the front side B. The end taking the front side C is going to make the star the front side A gap fit. Good look. Free player. Like him to be there just a little bit quicker. Again, he's reading off of the mic, making him right. Comes off, free player, makes the play. All right. So same thing here. You see the boundary safety playing nice and aggressive. Fit to the tight end here. His tight end blocks. He's going to fill and fit outside of that. We're gapped out everywhere else. Our Sam actually plays this pretty aggressive, gets himself inside. Again, because of the mesh point, we're not necessarily accounting him in the run fit here, but he's adding in because he's seeing the back of the quarterback here. Again, not bubble because we're not reading to this side. Star does a nice job of being a free flow player over the top. Becomes the unblocked man, gets himself in the open gap, makes a nice play. This picture here, we're 5-0-5. So the end's going to take the C gap. The Will is going to read off of his guard. If he gets stepped down, he's going out. More than likely he's going to fall off. This guy steps front side. It's going to put the mic into the A gap right now. Mike gets to step out, so he goes in. So we know now as a star that the open gap here is going to be the front side B gap, which is right where he ends up. Here's that star defender, one-on-one with the running back. Again, we're getting the Sam to fold in here as well, getting a bunch of hats to the football. Still playing with the +1 mentality. Good job by the boundary safety rolling down. He's the D-gap defender. If the quarterback were to pull this, then the boundary safety's taking the quarterback. I'd like his path to be a little bit tighter. As 49 squeezes down, he's got to squeeze really to the hip of that guy to take away any cutback, quarterback, D-gap fit here by the boundary safety. All right, now getting some gap scheme, getting some power. All right, they were doing same side pull on this deal. Okay, just a little fold deal here with the front side guard. That's fine. If the Will sees pull, then he's got to scrape, which he does. We get inside like he does. He's spilling. The star here is fitting, again, off of the puller. They were cracking replacing here. They were cracking our boundary safety because they knew we were playing them in the run fit. We'd like to get the corner now involved to the hip on the crack replace. Not a great job here by 20. He needs to go, and then we'll fit that puller with the star. We'll fit to the outside of the Will. All right, the Will does a nice job here on the tight. Playing to the pool, spilling that guy, and he actually ends up making the play. Got to get 20 involved. If they're gonna crack the boundary safety, which a lot of teams have started to do because we play that cover 4 deal to the boundary side, our corner's got to do a great job of crack replace on that thing. All right, the Y off look again here. Now, the boundary safety's made a lock call, so he's locking on the Y off. He's going to take that guy in coverage. We like that because it helps our Will. Our Will now doesn't feel the pressure to have to play 2 on the out. He can really drop underneath number 1. The corner's going to stay over top of number 1, getting the underneath dropper as the Will. End up in good shape. Again, the star here, the whole float player. Playing cover 2 on this side. The Mike's the number 3 drop here. Back goes out, swings late. The Mike's going to take that. Feels good about that because he knows that he's still got a middle of the field player with the star. Again, just depending on what we've done game plan wise. Get some pen pull here. Again, we spill all pullers. We're going to play heavy over the top of everything with the star defender, but we're going to spill if we get 2. So here, the Mike and Will both get a pull. They're going to go find those pullers. They're going to spill those guys. Because the Y off here is to the boundary, we're going to add the boundary safety into and this look here, he's got to be an outside fit of the Y. The play keeps expanding. We're going to spill and widen that thing out. It's a great job here by our Will linebacker. Again, the star is going to be the free flow player over the top. End up in pretty good shape off pen pull to the 3-man front. All right, going to get to some 3-by look now. All right. So solo is another check to us out of 3-by-1. We really like solo against the attached tight end looks. 11 personnel or the Y off, where now the boundary safety is going to read off the front side number 3. We're going to play read coverage to 1 and 2 here on the outside, and we split the field right down the middle and declare a zone side and a man side. So the Will in this instance is to the man side, so he's taking first crosser into the man side. If the back were to swing, he's going to go. Yo-yo here to the backside corner. He's going to play coverage on number 1 all by himself. And then the Mike linebacker is really going to be the second crosser out of this deal for us. If anything from the field side crosses into the man side, then the Mike's got to take it. So if we were to get back swing with maybe an over route here, then the Mike's going to take that. The Will's going to take that because those are crossing over to the Now, we like solo against the attached tight end because it still gives us the +1 mentality or the +1 box where the boundary safety is still reading off of 3. We can still account for that guy to be in the run fit. They essentially at the snap have 6 to block. We still got to have 7 in the fit. Hour here to the weak side. This look here, again, they're trying to crack the boundary safety, but we still gain the star in the fit as being that third safety look. So he's reading guard, center, guard. He gets the pull here. The vision point now, because they're pulling the tackle, sees white crossing his face. He knows he's getting pulled. The will here is playing tight off of. He's getting blocked down, so he's going to go out. He's going to go be the B-gap defender. And then if he gets any puller to him, he's got a spill. It's a great spill there, taking the O-lineman out. Good spill. 18 rolling down. All right. Extra man in the fit. They block our safety. Here we get the crack replaced with the corner. We still end up +1 to this side. We really like any gap scheme that goes back to the boundary safety side because ideally with this look, the will is really not the true spill player. He will spill if he gets pulled too, but really you still have the star to account for the puller with the boundary safety still being the fit man off of this look. It's a good look there. All right. Solo concept here. All right, getting pen pull now. Again, Mike and Will reading guards. They're getting pulled. We got to go spill. Trying to make this thing go east and west as long as possible. Nice job by the Mike. Star playing over the top of every. The Sam getting full flow to him is a full force player. He's got to force this thing back inside. The Star now can go. He's seeing the pull. Knows that everything's going to get spilled outside to him. We end up in good shape on pen pull here. A lot of purple jerseys to the football. Nice job by our guys running to the. All right, split zone now. Coming back to the boundary side. That's fine. Great job spilling here. The boundary safety's coming down. He's the true fit player off of this. The Star, again, a position that you don't want to truly overcoach. Playing inside hip of the tailback here. And he's flowing to the front side like he should. He sees the ball wind back, ends up getting himself back into a position to make a play. Don't necessarily need him here. We need him as the front side fit player, but again, we don't want to overcoach that position. I want that guy to be a football player for us. So he knows if the ball declares right now to the B, he's the B gap fit. But he's seeing the ball carrier. He sees this thing wind back, doing a nice job of keeping himself square and just folding back over top of everything. The boundary safety now is truly the tackler, the D-gap quarterback player. All right, counter look. Good job here. Involving the boundary safety. Again, his eyes, because we're in solo, we can account for that guy to be in the run fit. As soon as he gets the Y across or the Y insert, he knows he's coming down, getting himself involved in the fit. We're going to spill the pullers on the counter. We're going to make this thing go east and west. 17 is going to spill. 12 gets the pull. Really, you'd like for 12 to continue to go and be the second spill man off of the end so that we can fit the Star the second spill. But we gain the boundary safety again because of solo. We end up in pretty good shape. Nice job by our Star defender here tracking inside out. In good shape there to counter. All right. We'll also flow to the attached tight end or the nub side here, backside, 5-0-5 front with the true tight end. The corner now is manned up on the tight end. The boundary safety still looking to the 3 receiver side, accounting for him to be in any run fit action that would come to him. Nice job here. We're really 4 for 3 because of the star. And again, a game planning scenario here where we were playing him to the 3 receiver side, heavy on 3. So in this action here, he's getting 3 on the bubble. The corner can trigger. We can go, and we're 4 for 3 here on the bubble. It's a good job by the corner. Play out in the open field. All right. Again, getting the nub, trips look here. Playing the same solo concept, boundary safety read into 3. Playing read style coverage here to 1 and 2. Our field side safety does a nice job from the outside alignment, get back to inside leverage on number 2. In good shape, makes a nice play. All right, and then real quick here, we'll go through some 20 personnel stuff. So some 2-back deal. With 2-back, we're still going to treat it really like a Y-off scenario. So we're going to take that boundary, play him in a quarters coverage look or a nail call cover 4 for us. We're going to account for him in the run fit. We're still accounting for the star to be in the run fit off of this deal as well. We've played with some of the fronts with this. At times we'll play a 4-I-0-5. Sometimes we'll treat it like the true Y attached where we'll play the 5-0-5 front. Again, that's a game thing. Over here to the field side, could be in a cover 2 look, could be in a cover 4 look. Again, that's at the discretion of the safety. All right, so getting 2-back, getting some IZ lead here. All right, we're gaining the boundary safety. They've got an extra man in the blocking scheme with the 2-back, so they've got 6. We've got to have 7, so we've got to account for that boundary safety to be in the fit. Still counting the star to be a run-first player for us. We get a nice look here from the tight view. Again, the Mike and the Will just reading off of their guards. So if they get step out like our Will linebacker is, then he's going to go in. Step out, I go in. Down, I go out. So the Mike's got to bury himself inside the B gap here, getting himself, nice job getting himself inside of 59 off the step down by the guard. We've got everything taken care of. In this picture here, the star's fitting to the front side. He's really going to take care of, in this instance, he's going to become the B-gap player, a 5 technique, all right, to the front side of the zone lead here. So the end fighting like heck to not get reached would put the star now into the B-gap to the front side. 51 got to make a choice. Ends up in no man's land. The Will sneaks inside of him. We force the football all the way back, and we make a nice play there off a 2-back. All right. They put us into the boundary now, formation into. So we'll walk the Sam. We're going to play him like a true box linebacker. We walk the Will now, all right, just like our Sam would normally. So the Sam is just the rules of a box linebacker. He's still reading his guard. He gets any form of pull. Going to go fit the puller. We're still gaining the boundary safety because of the 2-back look. So now we're playing the nail concept here to the field. Could be in cover 2, could be in cover 4 here to the boundary. The additional run defender's got to come here from the boundary safety. And we've still got the star in the run fit. Good look here from the tight. Now, we were playing a 4-I-0-5 front in this look here. So the box linebacker to the 4-I side knows if I get action to me, now I've got to pop and become the C-gap defender. All right, like he is. It's a really nice job. Sam here, who's really becoming the Mike. He's going to spill. He'll spill that pool. You see the boundary safety coming down because things are flipped here with the formation into. All right. But you see the cover 4 look there. It's a nice job. Again, the star here just trying to stay on the inside hip of the ball carrier, staying square as he flows down. Good job here by the end on the spill with the Y fit across. Good look. Just getting really a split zone look from 41 here. Power action from the guard pool. All right. Good job here again. The star is a fit player off of the pool here. All right. They're pulling the tackle, wrapping them inside. He's going to be the spill defender. Star rocking down. Sees the pool. He's going to go fit off of the mic. Becomes a free player. Still gaining the boundary safety, really as an extra fit guy. He would fit outside of the arc release here. Going to fit out this and still being an extra run defender for us. Star still being the free player. Right here, nobody to block. He'll make the play. All right. Now they motion out from the two-back look. This week in particular, we checked to the mini deal here. Boundary safety went to an easy call, so we still accounted for him in the run fit. It's a good job here by the Will of reading off of his guard. Guard steps out. I'm in. We'll take away the C gap boundary safety. We were taking the star in this instance and putting him as the match 3 defender. With the 4-eye backside here, the mic now can pop and take the C gap, and we've still got 6 for 5 out of this look. You've got the mic, the Will, the boundary safety, in, nose, and in. 6 for 5. We're still a +1 box with the match 3 star. Nice job by the Will playing off of his guard. All right. And that kind of wraps up what I wanted to talk about today out of some of our run fits, some of the different coverages in defending 10 personnel, 11 personnel, and then some 20 personnel. If you tuned in, I just want to give you a thank you. Again, I want to thank Coach Bandstra for having me on today. This is some of my contact information. I'm an open book. You ever got questions, you want to see some film, if you would like this presentation shared with you, that's no problem. If you want to talk some 4-2-5 stuff, would be more than willing to talk some of that stuff and some run fits that we do out of that. This is my personal cell. Give me a call, shoot me a text. And if you want to see some really bad jokes on Twitter, you can give me a follow there for the ball. The name is a bad joke just within itself. Lucky to have the last name Runda, and always want our guys certainly running to the football. So give me a follow on there. We tweet out some football content on there as well. Again, just want to thank you guys again for listening today. And if you have any questions, certainly reach out to me anytime. We're an open book.